Marvel is going through what I'd call a well-deserved nightmare right now. It's such a disaster over there that I think it's about time someone contacted FEMA to get involved. It's more than fair to say Marvel caused their own downfall, and now it's like watching a fish trying to flop back into water when you know the ocean is miles away.
Thank you, God. This will bring us so much joy.
The Marvels was an absolute nightmare for the MCU. At this point, most of the general audience is onto their grift, so this remnant of a bygone era didn't cruise to $1 billion like the first Captain Marvel movie did. Again, that movie rode the biggest superhero hype wave of all time, coming between Infinity War and Endgame. It came at a time when Marvel fans were used to high quality movies and figured this might be important to Endgame, so they went to see it. The Marvels had zero hype behind it. Hell, Marvel as a whole doesn't have any momentum these days. Barely anyone goes to see their movies, and even fewer people watch their Disney Plus crap.
Everything is falling apart.
That didn't stop the Marvels from setting records though. We already knew it earned the privilege of becoming the MCU's lowest opening weekend box office. Now it has a historic 78% second week drop off to match its historically low opening weekend. Now if you're a Marvel executive or director, you could blame that on the bad writing, horrible CGI, using characters nobody cares about played by low profile actors, or even a clear quantity over quality approach. You could admit those things are true, or you could pull a Nia DaCosta and just blame it on those nasty racist and homophobic fans. You know the ones, those damn men.
We hate them. They make me sick.
The same men who get told that movies and shows aren't made for them, then get yelled at for not watching what they were explicitly told wasn't made for them. Ryan Kinnell nailed it when he said fans don't care anymore, and calling them all these nonsense buzzwords won't change that because most fans are onto Marvel's grift by now. Nia isn't the only person attacking fans for doing exactly what they were told to do though. A bunch of psycho feminist writers whose horrible comic books led to these disastrous movies went after these gross men who were apparently all hating on the Marvels. It's hilarious reading these tweets, seeing how angry they are at the movie's failure, reaching for any excuse they can find. Never mind the fact that the opening weekend audience for the Marvels was 61% men, because apparently women have been keeping superhero movies alive.
What a stupid thing to say.
I mean, clearly the highly successful Wonder Woman movie or older classics like Terminator, Alien, and Kill Bill prove we can't handle female leads. Yeah, that makes sense. Then one of the cat ladies went after a woman on Twitter, a woman who by their logic should feel represented by Captain Marvel, but respectfully states she's not interested in the MCU, only to be treated like absolute crap by someone claiming to champion female empowerment. I guess I missed the part of female empowerment where you knock down, disrespect, and outright ignore other women who disagree with you. The best part was seeing the woman who ruined Carol Danvers in the comics herself, Kelly Sue DeConnick, encourage people to go see the Marvels. Based on those horrible box office results, it seems like most people followed her previous and now infamous advice.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Problem solved.
Top tier business strategy there, Kelly. Cutting half the country out of your potential audience is an approach that should be taught in business schools immediately. What a money-making goldmine that lady stumbled onto. Just looking at her, you can tell she's the type of person to tell you that you're being toxic for not supporting fictional women, but then she'll yell at the girls who work part-time at Target for not having her favorite kind of kitty litter.
This is all about me. Me.
Then a few of the dozens of remaining Marvel fans went on Twitter to cry about the videos they were seeing when they searched up the Marvels. Apparently YouTube is pushing hateful videos that spew hate violence by showing you videos from successful popular YouTubers like Nerdrotic and The Critical Drinker. It couldn't be that those are the most viewed videos discussing the Marvels and that these people are in the minority of remaining fans. No, they're right. Clearly YouTube has something against the Marvels. God forbid they see an opinion they disagree with and deal with it like those of us who live in the real world. No, they need to be babied and protected from all those hateful facts and logical points.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now, shockingly, YouTube was a bit sketchy in their responses. They encouraged people to report these videos just because they disagree with them. But then other times they tried to explain to these whiners that reporting a video doesn't automatically get it taken down. And then they followed up by saying the same video would be bumped up to their policy team because of course we all know jokes can't exist anymore if even one person's feelings get hurt.
I hate this place.
Marvel has no plans to change their ways, and who the hell knows what would make them do that at this point. Spending hundreds of millions of dollars on TV shows nobody watches, and movies that lose hundreds of millions of dollars in turn, apparently isn't enough. Like I've said before, this is a hill Marvel is willing to die on. Unless you see all the executives and heads of Marvel get fired, it doesn't matter which director or writer they fire in the middle of the night, they'll just replace them with someone who also hates the fans and the source material. They'll continue to write female characters as unlikable girl bosses, ignoring what made characters like Wonder Woman or Sarah Connor successful in the first place. At this point, I'm just enjoying seeing them make the same mistakes over and over, and somehow expecting different results, which is also known as the definition of insanity.